Greetings, everyone. It is time. It is almost time for fantasy season, the 2025 edition. This is your boy Dino's, also known as Dino's the Fantasy Guide. What I'm going to talk about today is draft strategy. Uh, I know we're getting ready to get into draft season here in a couple weeks. Training camp just opened up. Most people go into the drafts with no real strategy. Some folks go into the draft and just take best available based on rankings from various. Today, I'm going to be talking about particular draft strategies that you can use to build your team appropriately for the upcoming season. My number one tip is to have a core group of players that you're targeting, particularly to those people who have multiple teams. This doesn't really apply to, say, a person who only has one team. I know last season I managed 6 teams, and I kind of try to stay away from that. My max is usually 4. I think anything over 4 is fantasy suicide, especially if you don't get a core group of players across all of those teams. You're literally playing against yourself every week. So have a core group of players that you want to target going into the draft and try to get a good mix of those players across all of your teams. That will be good for your sanity every week going into fantasy. My number 2 tip, before I get to the number 2 tip, there are some other things that are involved in selecting those core group of players. Obviously, health being a key factor, as well as the type of offense that player is in. You want to pay particular attention to the type of offense that player is in, because that's going to determine their output. And the last thing you want to look at, in my opinion, these are all my opinions, take them or not, you want to look at schedule. Schedule can play a pivotal factor in fantasy, especially with fantasy output. You have certain divisions that are a little weaker than others, and some are stronger than others. Some divisions have better defenses than others that could dictate the offensive output. Those are some things that you want to consider. Moving on to the second thing that you want to pay attention to in your draft this year, past season's performance does not indicate future performance. What do I mean by that? Okay, you have your core group of players that have performed well for 4 or 5 seasons. You know, the top 3 or 4 running backs, top 3 or 4 tight ends, quarterbacks, those are given. It's the mid-range guys that have the variance. Those can go up and down. A guy that may have been ranked 8th last year could be ranked 18th this year, or vice versa. So maybe they did have a breakout season. It doesn't mean next season they will have another breakout season, or maybe anything close. As you know, in the NFL, things evolve quickly, defenses catch up quickly, and so forth. So just keep that in mind. Past performance does not indicate next season's performance. Each season is its individual season. Draft accordingly. My last tip today is going to be focus on volume. Again, this is fantasy speaking. This is not real football. This is fantasy football. In the realm of fantasy football, the name of the game is output. And how do you get output? Volume. How do you get volume? Targets, receptions, handoffs, things of that nature. Those are things, if you want to be a statistician, so to speak, if you want to dig into the numbers, that's essentially what you're looking for. You're looking for volume, and you want to draft players that get the maximum volume on their individual teams. Especially now in the system when you have 2 and 3 running back systems, you have 5 and 6 receivers. Some teams run 4 receiver sets. It's only one ball, folks, and each play, one person gets the ball. You're looking for the player that's going to get the most of those touches, etc. So this was just a quick video, just getting this out. I do plan to post more throughout the season. Stay tuned for those. I have several drafts coming up myself that I have to prepare for. I'm hoping that these tips help you along your drafting journey for the 2025 season. I will speak to you all soon, and good luck.